So, same rules as always, 3 rounds, each round is 1 minute long and I will cut you off after a minute. If you run under that minute and you finish, just say time so I know that your verse is over and we'll go to the next person. Carter, you won the coin flip and just go first, so as soon as you start rapping, I'll start the timer. Go ahead.
Hey Jason, did you not get the memo? I'm here to shell out some hurt so bad you'll turn purple like Donatello. Hey, I get it. You think this is your premiere as a pro, but watch the clips unload, a couple of clicks upload. It's a hit, the vid explodes. Everyone's asking when is the next episode, but don't realize when I body a bitch, that hit really sticks like an MK11 fatal blow. No fatality, because you ain't even worth that to me. I feel like Rambo, DLC, Sylvester Stallone, still on a murder spree after I ran out of ammo. You'll pay your fee with blood just because I feel that I am owed. He thinks he's the Red Hood, but if I spill the tea, you'll see this Jason's just odd. Even without your Rice Krispie sounding mic, your whole sound is already flawed. You ain't from the streets or a fighter, you a fraud. This joke's from 1994 Street Fighter starring Jean-Claude. You can try to pull your golden wool over my eyes, but I still see right through Jason's facade. You capping if you say you'll pull up in a hearse, whip out the 9 and pop, 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 because the way they react after you spit a verse could call you the king of the dot. 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 Time.
All right, round one, Jason is on you.
Verse Mario, you did the same shit you just did. Try to discount gun bars. You can do it to me, but unlike you, my shit applies mad pressure. What's the point? You only talk like that because you know you can't rap better. So you use weak angles. But what about when you can rap better? Let's see how you spit verse Jewel. Iron this, iron that, I'ma grip the tool. So all this anti-gun talk's hypocritical. If they inferior, you shoot too, except you don't got a body. I'll bag the league. You try to talk to God, I'll send you to meet him after you get drugged like you talk to Gotti. Every battle that I heard, Carter's sauce is sloppy. I'll knife him down with red and get bone deep with red all over my shirt like I'm eating ribs and the sauce is sloppy. You think you sick? The illness is your life. This pistol the cure. I'll give it over the counter since you waste bars. Any man with words for me, they'll get split quick like I keep tapping the space bar. You a one-trick pony. Every time you rap, it's the same cart. Dragon Ball, your rounds are already used, so you don't appear on my radar.
Okay. Round two is on you, Carter.
Hey, there's that Rice Krispie mic. But let me explain. I ain't anti-gun bars. I'm just anti-Jason thinks he's a young thug bars. You went up against artists like Connor, Quest, and Freest, people who have large catalogs of content they already released. All three people I battled had like 2 songs each, including feats. So I found your socials, hit the link. What's he got? Let's see. The exact same thing. Neat. So if it comes down to creativity, I'll be rising, son, like I'm in the East. I'll fold you so hard you'll end up like the corner of a page in a library book, creased. Now you'll end up like the Snyder Cut. I'll finish you for the fans, then release. But I'll leave you crucified, and that is why you do not want to cross me. You can't say anything about anyone here being a no-name when your introduction to this community was through this very league. Want to keep it 100? All right, let's keep it a buck like I was cooking venison. You invest so much in your battle raps because that's your only source of attention. No other reputation other than trolling through Twitter, hoping you get a notification that you were mentioned. Now I got his head spinning forever like DiCaprio's top from Inception. So I hope you enjoy your 3 minutes you get every other week. But if you bring anything half-assed to me, there will not be a redemption. Time.
All right. And Jason.
No tracks, but I've given all these bars to the league and get respect from all because I've been a factor. You don't get shit, but his tracks are trash, but I guess he's all right in a battle. I'm really fire. You're expendable. The one to fire got one out fire. Name my chopper, Buddy Holly. You are, it's one desire. Really in this battle, I'll knock Carter off. Take your bitch, break her back, then Carter off. The second I channel what's on the side for sauce, you'll confuse what leaked from his brain for a side of sauce. You came in late. Even picked up this extra battle thinking you can damage the league. Wake the fuck up. I'm a demon. Leave you paralyzed if you don't abandon your dreams. You're a Christian. I'm a devil. Pull the pistol. Shoot your mom. Give your angel her wings. Like Jesus' birth, I won't hit you, pussy. I'm already the star on top. No bitch gonna stand on my green. Fuck with me. Everyone you love will leave the seats. Like what I'll do to your bitch mother. When I circle, put a hole between the wings. I'm actually God with the righteous similes. I'll leave your angel coiled from my rounds like Bible imagery.
All right. Final round, round three. Carter is on you. Go ahead.
Taekwon Dragon. Okay, I get the dragon, you spit fire or whatever, that's basic, bro. But none of your bars have any kick, so what's the Taekwon, dough? This man has nothing better to do than pick fights with these kids in the PLBL general chat room. But he'll start keeping it on the DL when I hand him VO. A week later, he'll be sucking up to me like an attachment on a vacuum. Oh, that's cute. If you think you sick, I'm the vaccine to your lousy disease. I'm a guy who's sympathetic, but this simp is pathetic, it seems. I'm feeding you defeat and you don't know what to think, like it's your first time eating an ethnic cuisine. I'm making cuts deeper than a Canadian ravine. Just keep pressing your buttons to keep it going like a pinball machine. You winning here is more of a stretch than a limousine. This guy ain't majoring anyway, and he certainly isn't a G, so push you to the background and key you up like a green screen. I ain't scared. We still got 5 months till the next Friday the 13th. In addition, you ain't a Voorhees, so let me show you the door, please. This is the return of the king, and I'm the only lord in this reign. Literally and legally. Shwabadi, check your DMs. Here's my receipt. It's uploading.
No,
It's
it's
uploading. Oh. All right. Lord Carter Sauce. Round 3, Jason. Final round. Go ahead.
Think you can take me alone? Nah, bring your entire squad. I got called to Smokey. The bare man will feel the heat when my forest fired off. Everyone here to witness the body. I'll leave y'all mortified, Schwab. Have Carter speaking through a wire. Shit'll be hard to pronounce like Worcestershire sauce. Carter, I thought you was trash, but that's not how the story would seem. Initially, it was fuck CS. I can never see this creep score in the league. Fast forward some weeks, you got 3 wins to your name. With a little fire, my style's Pandora's box. I'm defending the Olympian flame. God of War shit. What I sell's violence, like I got a warship. When you open your mouth to flow, stick my gun in to stop the boring spit. Left gun, headshot. Right gun, kneecap. It's not a game when I hold him. Press triggers with my sticks misaligned like a GameCube controller. Your line's flat. Delivery, tired. Bitch, you're partly bad at best. You got heart, but I'm attacking. I'm just here to make sure your cardiac arrest.
Well, there's all 3 rounds. Judging time. Does anyone want to kick this off?
Go ahead, Breton. You over there smiling and shit, so go ahead, bro.
Okay, I would guess Judge Breton, boy. Go ahead.
Nah, this one's actually a pretty close one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still trying to think about the final decision, but first round, Castles had some really good punchlines. He had the Donatello lines that he was talking about. He had the scheme with making a hit video, and then the MK11 thing. He had the ... as well, which I really liked, which I thought was good. But Jason had a good rebuttal for that about Carter Source using gun bars in the battles that he's won.
Yeah.
So I thought that was a pretty good comeback. And then he had the thing about the rib sauce, and then he had the thing about rounds you already used, so it doesn't come up on my radar. The Dragon Ball thing. I thought that was pretty hard. So, that one is tough, but I think I give the first round to Jason.
Okay.
And then second round, Carter came with a lot. He came at how Jason had no reputation, and he's just making a name in the league. He had the rising sun in the east. You'd be like page creased. I thought that rhyme scheme was pretty cool. I like that. And Jason had a good rebuttal for that. He had the good rebuttals too. He had the cut her off thing, which I thought was pretty dope. And he had the scheme about the like the angels and stuff.
Yeah.
And her wings, Jesus' birth. So that one was close too, but I feel like he just had more content in his second round. So I give the second round to Carter. And the third round is where I get kind of stuck. I'm really not sure. Because Carter Sauce broke down his names like Taekwon, Dragon. I get it spitting fire, but no, you don't have no kick. He mentioned how he'd be in the server.
In the general chat, yeah.
Yeah. He said he had the sympathetic thing, which I thought was cool. The green screen, and he's a lord. Apparently, I didn't know about this. And then
I just like to say that that is actually legal.
That is a
I went to
legally binding
Swift in
document?
Scotland. Yes.
Excellent.
That's
So-
that is kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy. I put respect for that.
Facts.
But then Jason had the good comeback as well. The rebels were good from Jason. He had the that would be hard to pronounce, like like Worcestershire.
Worcestershire short.
Like,
What's
that was funny. I was like, he had the CES and the League of
Mhm.
Legends bars, pretty cool. He had the whole GameCube triggers sticks. It would be misaligned like a GameCube
Yeah,
controller.
yeah.
I was like, okay, and the cardiac arrest. And I still can't decide who's got that third round.
Well, we can come
If
back
y'all
to
can
you
come
if you
back
want.
to me, that would be
Yeah.
All
I
right,
would
we'll
love
come
to
back. We'll come back to you. Me, I'm gonna kind of agree with Breton on the first round. I did from Source. I did like the Donatello line. The red hood. Jason's Todd odd scheme was fucking fire. The
Mhm.
Street Fighter bars and everything was good, but when Jason came back with that Gotti line, the space bars, the Dragon Radar line, and the ribs bar, it was too much for the first round. So I gotta agree with Breton on the first round. I'm giving that to Jason. Second round, I also agree with Breton and giving it to Sauce. The rebuttal from his first round to match that, plus the library and this is your only league, the league bars and the breaking them down to how this is your only source of attention and clout, whatever the case may be. Even though I did mess with the desire and the Bible bars from Jason in that round, I just felt like Carter, he attacked a little bit more. His punches hit a little bit harder. The third round for me was kind of a toss up. And it like the Taekwondo bar was lit, the simp wordplay, the pinball machine bar, crazy. But I might have to give this to Jason because that Smokey the Bear, that and the Pandora's God of War warship,
Mhm.
whole Bible theme, that shit was crazy. Off that wordplay and that line alone, I'm slightly giving the edge to Jason in the third round. So I got Jason 2-1. Slightly. It's very debatable though.
Okay. I think for me, I'm going slightly different to you guys. I think it was very tight through all three of those rounds. For me, Carter started with such a really good rhythmic musical floor to his stuff, but everything was very well enunciated and understandable still, so it was just really pleasant to listen to, as well as having some really clever wordplay and stuff. The Donatello that he opened with went through Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter, all these like pulling these references and making them work, ending with the way the judges react, you'll be king of the dot. That was like a crazy way to end it for me. And I liked the anti-gun stuff that Jason was bringing up about Carter and the red on his shirt, like he's eating ribs and it's messy. That was crazy as well. But for me, Carter actually took round one. I just think he was really punching. He was out for blood. Round two is where it gets really tricky for me. I think they both had really solid rebuttals. The rebuttals throughout from both sides were really good, really clever, and they really helped. When Carter was really coming at the fact Jason had no material and his only name he's made for himself is in the league, I was like, that's tough. That's a good angle. But Jason's wordplay and the biblical stuff he was running on and talking about he had the Christmas tree scheme where he's saying I'm the star at the top. Nobody gets on top of my green or whatever it was. That was wild.
Yeah, that shit was crazy. That was crazy.
Round two is tough for me. I'm edging it to Jason just because I think there was more clever wordplay, and they both did the rebuttals, but for me, Jason said more throughout the round. And round three is where I'm giving it quite clearly to Jason in round three, because for me, Carter in round three kind of dropped off. He was doing some really solid, clever wordplay all throughout, and in round three, a lot of what he was saying just felt like puns. You know what I mean? They didn't hit like
flat. It fell flat.
In his first round, the references, the wordplay, the flips were so clever, and I was like, oh, this is fantastic. Round three, they just kind of felt a lot of the time like they got a giggle out of me. Like, it was a bit of a pun, and I was like, okay, I get it. Whereas the stuff Jason was saying about the warship and the God of War, like pulling these references, they just landed harder. The Smokey the Bear thing. For me, Jason takes round three, so it's 2-1 Jason for me as well. For it's worth, Brian, have you reached a decision?
I think I'd probably give it 2-1 to Jason as well. Just because I think he had some really, really dope schemes. Like the GameCube one was kind of crazy to me.
Yeah, the sticks must. Yeah.
The whole thing.
That was tough.
Yeah,
But a tight battle in the end, a really tight one, but 2-1 to
super
Jason.
close.
2-1 to Jason in the end, so
Yeah,
well
super
done,
close.
Jason.